What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen here. I watched the Lucas Matthysse and John Molina Jr. fight, and the shit was bananas. The shit was crazy, man. It was very primitive, barbaric, just an old school slugfest, like Mickey Ward, all heart. You didn't know what was going to happen. A lot of sustained action. It was a crazy fight. To me, it's definitely the fight to beat. You got to put that up there in terms of the fight of the year nominees and candidates. I definitely put that as one. Just a lot of explosive action from both fighters. And to me, I didn't know what was going to happen. A lot of you guys don't really know boxing like you claim to. And you said John Molina Jr. was going to get knocked out in the first round. And he was significantly bigger than Lucas Matthysse, even though he was coming up in weight. But just for him to have that performance, and I'm not just saying this because John Molina's my dude. I'm gonna let him rest up, and I'm gonna reach out to him, try to get you guys some exclusive stuff on John Molina. But I mean, he fought his heart out. He lost. It was a stoppage in the 11th round, and it was a sensational fight. I liked it a lot. Um, just sat back, ate some leftover Chipotle. I was drinking some beers, and I was ready to go. And it was just an all-out war. Lucas Matthysse, I would say he started off rocky, possibly some ring rust, because after the Danny Garcia loss, he gained some weight and he took some time off, just kind of recuperating. And he came back and he did what he had to do, and he won. And he wasn't at the beginning of the fight. I would say he struggled. He got knocked down twice. One of them was questionable, but then there was also a push slash questionable knockdown on John Molina Jr. So really, one of the knockdowns on both parties by both people are questionable. And I mean, both fighters gave it their all. They were just at each other. Again, it was a fight of halves. I said the first half, John Molina Jr. looked really good. And then over time, just the battle of attrition, Lucas Matthysse started to close that gap and find his range with John Molina Jr. Like I said, some of it could have been ring rust. Some of it could have been because John Molina has pop and can crack himself. And it was just a good fight, man. It was just very, very primitive, not for the faint of heart. Some of you guys are like, oh, fuck the sweet science. This is a fuck the sweet science type of fight because the sweet science wasn't really utilized. One thing that bothers me about Lucas Matthysse a little bit that I've noticed, I've seen him fight and go to the body and use the jab, and he ultimately did it in this fight. But Lucas Matthysse, I honestly think he's become a little bit complacent and a little bit lazy. And I think the same thing with Nonito Donaire. And that's where you get a guy who has power to stop guys in his respective weight division, like Nonito Donaire, like Lucas Matthysse. They have these flashy knockouts and highlight reels and stuff. And they get to a point where they become complacent in just that. And they expect to knock everybody out. But at a world-class level, when you're fighting top guys and guys with a lot on the line, a lot to lose. John Molina Jr. was thoroughly outclassed by Mickey Bay, and he had a shocking upset in the 12th round. That's not always going to come, you know what I mean? So a lot of people take that fight by its entirety and then write him off. They're like, oh shit, he's lucky, you know what I'm saying? He got lucky in the 12th and stuff like that. So you got guys with a lot on the line and a lot to prove. And I think Lucas Matthysse, he has more of a boxer puncher skill set. But recently I've seen him and he's looking like more of a brawler. But I've seen him as a boxer puncher, kind of like what Canelo does, where he has power, but he doesn't rely only on that. And he kind of like systematically breaks his opponent down. And at first it seemed like he was trying to just brawl. And the only problem is sometimes these guys might be bigger than you or they can punch themselves. And I think Lucas Matthysse kind of got lazy in there and he didn't elect to box. And when he did choose to box and use the jab, go to the body, go upstairs, double up your jab, double up your hook, you know what I mean? Just boxer puncher shit, boxer stuff, then that's where he had the most success. So I don't know why he didn't do that early. The only thing I can think of, I don't know, I didn't talk to Lucas, but maybe he just became complacent. So anyway, it was a sensational fight. He got the job done. There really was no loser, including the fans. This was a great fight. I was disappointed with the Keith Thurman Julio Diaz, how it ended. I thought the ending would end like that. I didn't see Julio Diaz beating Keith Thurman, no way. But I just rather it ended a conventional way. But this fight more than made up for it. Definitely a possible fight of the year candidate, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was just an all-out war. Both fighters were hurt. Both fighters showed heart. Victor Ortiz really needs to pick up the phone and call John Molina Jr., call Lucas Matthysse, and really see if he can buy some heart up off them, because both fighters were valiant warriors. And again, even though John Molina lost, I think this loss, it earned him more fights. It extended his career because he lost, and towards the end, Lucas Matthysse started coming on strong, putting his punches together, and he was really hurting John Molina Jr. And other guys would have been knocked out. You know what I mean? He knocked out Mike Dallas Jr. in the first round. The fact that he went 11 rounds and 11 solid rounds and never gave up and had that triumphant come from behind win against Mickey Bay, fans can appreciate that. That's kind of some Rocky shit, and it shows the level of heart he has. Even when he's behind on the scorecards, he never really gave up. I also like where Goosen was in the corner and the doctor was thinking about possibly stopping it because it looked like John Molina was taking some punishment, and it looked like Goosen was finna fuck the doctor up and fight the doctor. So just a great fight, great memorable moments. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to do a video about Lucas Matthysse, what I feel is next for him. Like I said, I think he needs to get back to boxing with power as opposed to trying to walk everybody down and just rely solely on your power, because at this level, it's not going to work. And it didn't work with Danny Garcia. And I think Lucas Matthysse gets a little bit frustrated when his power is not doing the job. And you just got to keep in mind, some people are built tough. They're built for tough. The power can do the job, but you just got to put it together. You can't just rely on like trying to brawl, and that's going to automatically do it for everything. You got to wear him down and beat him down. And that's what Lucas Matthysse did. So the machine is back, but an excellent performance from both fighters. Tremendous heart. Definitely going to watch this fight again, probably tonight, just because it was that type of fight. Potential fight of the year. Let me know what you guys thought of it. I definitely think it's the fight to beat. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought of this sensational, barbaric, old school slugfest. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.